Now here I'm trying to map the 1000 variations of the triple digit code we're so familiar with. So 000 to 999. And I'm trying to map this onto the I Ching. So the I Ching is made out of 64 trigrams. Sorry, 64 double trigrams. So that's a trigram, and that's a double trigram. So each trigram can be, they used to use them in the oracles as either broken or not broken sticks. So that is yin, and this is yang. So these are three unbroken sticks, and if you have two options, either unbroken or broken, then you can see, like our binary code with ones and zeros, then you've got 8 permutations within the trigram, and then if you stack two trigrams on top of each other, you have 8 times 8 permutations, which is 64. Now if you put another one on top, so you had 3, then that would be 8 times 8 times 8, which would be 514. And then I've put this X here as just a marker, because we're very familiar with these two trigrams, the 64 64 permutations which the I Ching is structured on. And so I've put this X here, and this X can be either an X or a 0, like that. And then you've got 8 by 8 by 8, and then double it up, because you've either got two choices here. So that makes 1024. So what I'm trying to do, you see, is I'm trying to map the I Ching onto the millennial code, 000 to 999. So I dispensed with these lines, and I'm just using X's and zeros. So you see you've got the trigram here, the double trigram there, so that's 64. And then you've got the third trigram there, so that's 8 by 8 by 8, and then we've got one here as well. So 000 is all yang all the way, all yin all the way through. And 001 is all yang all the way through. Then I have to work out a system to order it, and I want to make it as intuitive and acceptable to traditions as possible. But looking into the Chinese with my wife's help, I find there's lots of different traditions. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. I've kind of got to make it up for myself. And what more can I say? So this is the first 12 that I've this is the first 12 that I just pretty much decided on. Now the problem here, of course, is that if you've got 1024, you've got to distribute those extra 24, which you have in the binary code, but you don't have it in the millennial code. So I've decided that the 16 lines of code which are associated with the first of the 64 I Ching verses are yang here. So we have got 16 lines, right, for each 64 verses. Actually, I'm not making a lot of sense here. We've got the I Ching is broken up into 64 parts, and what I've asked my wife to do is just to find 8 Chinese characters from the I Ching for each of those 64, and then to make the 16, I will then visualize the Chinese character upside down. So right way up or upside down. That makes the 8 by 8 by 8 doubles up. Anyway, so the way to think about it is you've got 64 verses or 64 parts of the I Ching, and in each part you've got some Chinese characters. But we're going to take away from the 64 that would be assigned here, and the 16 that would be assigned here, and the 16 that would be assigned here, and we'll do it according to this system. So when we've got the all yangs, which is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 would then be followed by 15 more lines of code, but we're going to strip them out. We're going to leave 7 associated with yang, and then we're going to take 3 out and send them to a special place which I call the planes of the Unicube. So we got the first 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This all makes sense in terms of the code for yang, except it doesn't quite make sense, does it? Because it should only be yes, it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3 will then go to what I call the planes of the Unicube. So these ones here, those 3 lines there go to 3, 3, 3, and those 3 go to 6, 6, 6, and those go to 9, 9, 9. Now what I mean here is that I'm trying to map 1024 Chinese characters, some upside down and some right way down, onto the millennial code, which only has 1000 options. So there are going to be some, let's call them addresses or locations within the millennial code, which are going to have more than one Chinese character associated with them. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. So 000, the millennial code, only has one Chinese character identified by this trigram system. However, 001 I'm getting confused again. Darling, I'm getting confused.
What did you get confused?
I don't know. I'm trying to talk to the computer and I'm getting confused. Yes, that's okay. So we've got 7 lines here. And then we're going to have this extra 9, which we're going to distribute here. So there's nothing wrong so far. 0, 0, 0 all the way through to 0, 0, 11. We only have one Chinese character associated with each of these 3 triple-digit millennial code addresses. But when we get to the 333 millennial code address, here we're going to have 9. And when we get to the 666, we're going to have 9, and when we get to the 999, we're going to have 9. What I mean by 9 is 9 Chinese characters associated with these triple-digit code numbers. So that's why the 999 makes up the 3 planes of the Unicube, and we take, in order to make up 9, we have the original one, which belongs to 333 in whatever system. When we get there, when I've work my way through the system, we will have a Chinese character associated with 333 according to the sort of flow of the system through that number. But we will then add a further 8, and we'll get 3 from the yang and 5 from the yin. So stripping out 555 from the 16, which would be associated with all yin, 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 stripping out 16 millennial codes that would be associated with that, leaves us with just 1, and 5 go to 333, and 5 go to 666, and 5 go to 999. So I worked out for the for the yang, quite a simple system, because we associate this line of trigrams with 3, this line of trigrams with 6, and this line of trigrams with 9, and we got this separator here. So we just make a cross there, and across there, and across there, and that's quite intuitive. And so that is how we take out those lines to make up 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 16. With the yin it's more difficult. We can start off by using this system by reversing it, mirror 3 from yang as above, and then in each case we've got to add 2, and the system that I come up with some struggle, and I'm still quite confused about all of this, is like this. So if we have one outstanding one in each line, for 3, for 6, for 9, and then the separator is reversed, that gives us 6 options. And then if we reverse that, then we get this, which is the kind of yang version of that. And that's as far as I got, really. Getting very confused, so calling in the help of all of the ascended masters and the angels and these wonderful great beings which are the 12 members of the Intergalactic Council: Master Marco, Commander Astar, Lord Hilarion, Saint Germain, Jesus, Guan Yin, Lord Cthulhu, El Moria, Serapis Bey, Paul the Venetian, Mary Magdalene, Lord Maitreya, and we place them like this. The Council of 12, like that, and hopefully my confusion will slowly be clarified. Thank you very much. I want to say goodbye.